I've created a 3 email campaign for you to send out. There are a number of objectives that this campaign is designed to achieve. Now, if you think about how you would go about establishing a new business relationship offline, then you'll have absolutely no trouble in customizing these 3 emails. So the first thing is that you want to welcome and thank them. Remember, they gave you something precious. They gave you their email address when they actually opted into your list. Now, in a way, this is a vote of confidence in you, even though at this stage, they may have no idea who you are and who your company is. And when somebody does something for you, especially something good, then it's just a common courtesy for you to say thank you. Now, when you go ahead and you thank them for giving you their time, which is essentially what they've done by opting into your list, you should also welcome them to your company. After all, your intention should be for this just to be the beginning of a long-term relationship with them. Next, you want to set expectations. So you want to do this by telling them what they can expect from you and from your company in the future. Remember that they can actually unsubscribe from your list at any time, so you need to give them a really good reason not to unsubscribe. You want to let them know what they can expect in terms of future email content. For example, do you have a blog? Are you going to publish regular content on that blog? And are you going to let them know about it via email? How often are you going to email them? And what sort of content can they expect in your email? Then you want to restate the benefits. Usually your welcome email has the highest open rate of all the emails that you're ever going to send because they're still excited because they've just opted in for your free gift, which hopefully is something that is going to be very, very useful to them. And this is a great time to cement your relationship by affirming the benefits of your lead magnet that they just opted in for, as well as telling them what the future benefits are going to be and what they can expect to gain from remaining a subscriber of yours, and then of course, hopefully becoming a client of yours in the future. Then you want to encourage whitelisting. Oh, this is a big one. Man, the one big scourge of email marketing is that because so many people send so many spam emails, the major email service providers, of which Gmail is the largest, now put spam filters in place that try to detect spam all over the place. So this means that if they decide that your email is spam, whether it's spam or not, it will simply not be delivered, or it's just going to be dumped into the spam folder, which very, very few people check anyway. So we want to try to eliminate the risk that your email is not going to get delivered. So we do this by asking our new subscribers to whitelist our email. By them taking this action, it shows that they've given their email service provider permission to deliver your emails directly into their inbox. Then you want to introduce them to yourself and the key members of your team, and of course to the rest of your company. This shows them a little bit about your culture, and it starts that bonding process. Remember that even though you have got tons of competition in your industry, people still buy from people. And once they've bonded with you, it really reduces the likelihood significantly of them ever leaving. Just think about your own service providers that you hardly ever change. Your attorney, your accountant, your hairdresser, your doctor. That's because you've built a bond with them which has earned your repeat business through trust and continually delivering value for money. Then you want to prescribe the next steps. Remember our call to action buttons on our site and of course in our lead generation funnel? Well, your email's no different. You should tell them exactly what to do next. This could be anything from clicking on a link to connecting with you on social media, to registering for a webinar, or anything else frankly that you want them to do. Then you want to open a loop. This is one of the best ways to get your emails opened. You start a conversation in one email, which you then only finish in the next email. And this drives people nuts. So you tease them a little bit in email 1, but you only give them the answer in email 2. Now, the best way to explain this to you is if you've ever watched any really good TV series, they always go to an ad break or even end the episode on some type of cliffhanger. They literally leave you hanging. You want to know what happens next, which is why you sit through those darn ad breaks or religiously tune in every single time for the next episode. And then the last thing we want to do is start a conversation. The fastest way to turn subscribers into paying clients is to have a two-way email conversation as opposed to you just bombing emails through to them. You get the opportunity to ask open-ended questions, and this is going to get your most engaged subscribers to start an interaction with you. And by the way, this is how you actually identify your hyper subscribers. You also get a ton of really good marketing research done while strengthening the bond with your new subscribers. So the question is, how many emails should you send? Well, you need to send at least the first email in the series to your subscribers because you need to send them the download link for your lead magnet, if you remember what we discussed in our lead generation funnel. Now, while I suggest that you actually send all 3 emails, which is of course why we created them for you, if you just want to set up your website in a hurry, just sending up that first email is okay. prefer you didn't, but it's okay. You can always then come back at a later stage and set up emails number 2 and 3. Once again, remember that these emails are just templates. So you can delete things that you don't want or need, or of course you can add in other specific things that you want to, especially if they're specific to your type of business. You can even add in additional emails so that you can have an email series that's got more than 3 emails in this campaign. And of course, if you don't have a lead magnet, then strictly speaking, you don't even need to set up any of these emails. Now, the only time that you should consider this is if you need to get your website set up in a hurry, or building a list is not particularly important in that particular instance. You've just got to do whatever feels right for your particular business. So, when should you send out emails? You see, this sequence is designed to go out on 3 consecutive days. So, email 1 goes out as soon as they opt into your list. In other words, in day 0. That's what our autoresponder calls it. Then, email number 2 goes out on the following day, which we'll call day 1. And then, of course, the last email number 3, goes out the day after that, which we will call day 2. And this, I promise you, is going to become a lot clearer when you watch the upcoming video on how to actually set up your email sequence using the workflow feature in Builderall's email marketing platform, which by now, as you know, is called Mailing Boss.